imagine, I can create.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Reactors, I just got back from seeing Blue Beetle. What are my thoughts? It's time to find out. It's time to reel in this review. Jaime Reyes is a superhero whether he likes it or not. Jaime is a recent college grad who returns home full of aspirations for his future, only to find out that the home is not quite as he left it. As he searches to find his purpose in this world, fate intervenes when Jaime unexpectedly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology called the Scarab. Getting straight to it, Blue Beetle is the best DC film of this year.
What did you do?
That is my personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, maybe even you, can agree on that. Matter of fact, this movie has a good audience score at the moment, and we haven't had that in quite some time for a DC film. I believe the last time we had something like that was The Suicide Squad, the 2021 film directed by James Gunn. But here, we finally have a good DC film that critics and the audience are liking. It just sucks that this film was not marketed like it was supposed to be. Therefore, it's not being marketed. It's not being pushed out to the public. People, the casual audience, the people that hardly go to see comic book films or hardly go to the theaters are not hearing about this film. So it's up to the people that like this film to share their thoughts. And for me, I like this film. Is it great? I don't think it is. I see a lot of its flaws, but it's going in the right direction. And I was entertained by it all. By this cast, by the action, by the way this film looks, the vibe, the feelings, all of it. I was enjoying it, but I could not ignore the flaws that were very, blatantly obvious. But what really holds this film down for me and why I enjoy it for what it is, and I see it as it being a good film, just not a great film in my eyes, but, focusing on that part of it being good, the reason why I'm calling it a good film is that this movie hits on being heartwarming. There are some scenes, some family scenes in which I do enjoy, and I am a sucker for movies that talk about family because I'm about that life too. I love being around my family. I love, sharing special moments, heartfelt moments with my family members. So to see that happen in this film and see the dynamic, the chemistry, and to feel that aspect of the family, of the Reyes, is great. I truly enjoy that, and it's the weight of this film. And if they would have failed with the family dynamic in this movie, then this movie would have tanked for me, but that is not the case. The cast is great. You can totally feel the chemistry through the film. You can tell they loved each other on set, and you for sure can tell that they are best friends on screen and off screen. The cast is great. Xolo is great as Jaime Reyes. He bodies this role. This is him. This is his moment, and he's in the spotlight, and he nails it. I mean, when he has the suit on, he's great. He's quipping. He's moving around. The way he's acting within the suit, and even when he's acting without the suit. I mean, this is his film. He grabs a hold of it, and he runs away with it and nails it. Other positive moments would be the music. I enjoyed the music throughout this film, especially during the action scenes. When you see this movie, you're going to know which scene I am talking about. The music delivers, and it just amplifies the action scene that's happening at that time. Also, seeing Blue Beetle fight against Carapax, I believe they fight 2 or 3 times. The fight gets better and better as they go against each other, and it's brutal. It's very fun to watch. It's hard to watch because the violence picks up between those two. They go at it, as well as seeing Blue Beetle take out the soldiers, in which they were led by Victoria Cord. Those action scenes helped out with my experience with this movie. But like I said, Jolo as Jaime Reyes, the music, the cast, this family, the practical suit in which they went with that route works. I'm so glad they didn't go the CGI route. Thank you. But those are the things that worked for me in this film. Now, the things that did not work for me with this film would have to be the villains between Carapax and Victoria Cord. To me, both are not interesting at all, and a rush backstory montage in which they decide to include at the very end just does not help in the slightest. I was actually quite surprised they decided to, shove something like that towards the end of this film instead of diving into the character of Carapax throughout this movie. And I feel like they should have done that instead of, forcing it on us, the audience, by the end of this film. Other minor setbacks would be there is cheesy dialogue. Some of the jokes just fall flat, or sometimes they overstay their welcome. And there is a lot of rolling of the eyes moments in which characters just somehow are perfect with the tech they just got within seconds. That just blows my mind too. It had me questioning what I was watching because I'm just like, yeah, they just discovered new tech. Next thing you know, they are just totally perfect at it. This is not referring to Jolo's character Jaime at all. This is referring to the family, in which you see in the trailers, in the TV spots, that the family help Jaime Reyes with his battle in this movie. So yeah, they get some upgrades in this film, and it makes you question, like, how are they just this good with the tech that they just so happen to come across? But hey, the power of family upholds everything in this film for me, and it's why I left the theater with a smile on my face, and I enjoyed it. I was happy that I gave this movie a chance. I reeled in each trailer, gave you guys those reactions to the teaser trailer, to the official trailer, and it worked for me. From the vibe of the trailers, it's the same with it carrying that vibe to the film, and that is what you want. You want what you experience when watching the trailer to be that same experience that you are having within the theater, and that is what I got out of Blue Beetle. Like I said before, it's not a great film. There are flaws throughout this film. This film is very generic. It's your typical origin story, by the numbers, staying close to the chest. Pretty much you can tell how this movie will play out within the first 20 minutes because I was able to predict literally plot point after plot point after plot point, scene for scene. I was on it. I knew how this movie was going to play out from A to B. But even with these flaws that I mentioned, I keep going back to that one word, family. That is what carries this film. Like I said, it's what I keep thinking about. Spending those valuable moments with Jaime and his mom, or Jaime and his dad, or Jaime and his sister. Just everyone all together, whether in the same room or in different rooms or in different settings. It works. That is why I keep going back to it. That is why I keep talking about it. Because I'm pretty sure when you see this movie, that is what you're going to be talking about the most, is this family. It works. And I'm not familiar with Jolo's work. I don't watch Cobra Kai. I've never decided on watching it or giving it a chance. I know some of you guys are going to be shocked by that. But yeah, this is my first experience with anything that he has done. And for this to be my first experience with Jolo, this is perfect, man. He plays Jaime Reyes really, really well. Yeah, I didn't really speak on it, but the CGI, I thought it was okay. But you can tell this movie was meant for streaming, but we get it here in theaters. The CGI isn't bad. There are a few scenes that, might have you raise your eyebrows and stuff, but it's nothing as crazy as the last DC film. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this film. Do you plan on seeing Blue Beetle? If you have seen Blue Beetle, what's your rating for it? Did you like it? Did you love it? What's your criticisms? Is it better than The Flash? Is The Flash better than this film that we have right here? Sound off in the comments down below. But here at Really In Reactions, Blue Beetle gets a 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it here, but the main question, should you go reel this in? I feel like there is no rush to go see this movie. You can wait for it on Max soon, because I'm pretty sure the way that this box office is looking, that this film will be on streaming in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. So you might not have to wait that long for it to hit digital. You might have to wait a little bit while for it to hit streaming. But yeah, you can play the waiting game with this movie. But if you feel like seeing a new movie in theaters, for sure, go see Blue Beetle. That's if you haven't seen, Oppenheimer or any other movie that's came out. But for me, the last film I saw was Oppenheimer. I plan on seeing TMNT once it hits digital. Same with Barbie. For sure going to give you guys a movie reaction here at the channel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those films. But if you have seen those films, you might as well go check out Blue Beetle if you are itching to go see a movie in theaters right now. But if not, you can wait for this movie once it hits streaming or digital. But this is my Reel It In review. Thank you guys for clicking on this movie review. Don't forget to sound off in the comments down below. Like this video, hit that subscribe button for more Reel It In reviews or more reactions that drop here on the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next Reel It In review or in the next reaction video. This is Reel It In Reactions. I'm Reel It In Miles. Peace.